Could the future of work really mean managing fleets of AI agents that not only take care of daily tasks, but also earn money, build complex projects, and evolve constantly without ever needing a lunch break? That idea might sound like science fiction, but it's something I've been thinking about ever since I heard Demis Hassabis, the mind behind Google DeepMind, talk about it. He recently gave us a glimpse into what Google is quietly developing in the race toward artificial general intelligence, or AGI. We're talking about AI that can write its own code, build its own tools, and maybe even start modeling the physical laws of the universe. It's wild. What really shook me, though, is that these aren't just theories. They're being built right now, woven into Google's infrastructure. The thought of universal AI assistants that don't just help us but might one day replace us doesn't feel far off anymore. Based on what DeepMind's doing, that future might be right around the corner. So I'll start where it gets really interesting, with a project called Alpha Evolve. It's one of the latest experiments from DeepMind, and honestly, it's not just another AI model. What makes it so fascinating is that this system is designed to create better algorithms and enhance how large language models are trained. I think of it as an AI that's capable of upgrading itself, faster and more efficiently than any team of humans ever could. Demis Hassabis described the potential of systems like Alpha Evolve to spark what many are calling an intelligence explosion, not by accident, but in a calculated, intentional way. To me, this feels like a natural evolution from AlphaGo, the AI that famously beat world champion Lee Sedol at Go. But what really blew my mind was AlphaGo Zero, which taught itself completely from scratch. No human input at all. Just pure self-play, scaling strategy and pattern recognition to levels we've never seen before. Alpha Evolve pushes that even further. Now, imagine applying that self-play method to large language models. It's a compelling idea. Train an LLM not just by feeding it text, but by letting it simulate and improve upon itself over time, refining its behavior like a player mastering a game. The issue is, language isn't chess. There's no rule book, no victory condition, no clear-cut opponent to beat. In board games, the structure is rigid, but in the real world, it's chaos. There's ambiguity, randomness, and constantly shifting contexts. That makes it much harder to create an AI that can truly self-improve in an open-ended environment. Yet that's exactly what DeepMind is trying to crack with evolutionary algorithms, systems that borrow from biology to adapt over generations of iteration. And when combined with today's most advanced foundation models, the result could be something entirely new, a system that learns how to learn on its own terms. This is where the concept of thinking systems comes in. According to Hassabis, some of the early breakthroughs like AlphaGo only scratch the surface. The real magic happens when a model is paired with a system that can reflect, plan, and adjust its behavior mid-task. Picture a chess-playing AI that doesn't just react, but stops to consider multiple lines of thought before making a move. That's a thinking version, and the performance gap between these models is massive. In fact, turning on the thinking layer added over 600 ELO points to AlphaZero's capabilities, well beyond world champion level. And if that level of improvement is possible in the narrow domain of games, it hints at what could be unlocked when similar strategies are applied to general-purpose models, trained on the messiness of the real world. But I've realized it's not enough to just give an AI more processing power. If we want to actually reach AGI, we need to go deeper. What these systems really need is a world model, an internal simulation of how reality actually works. Not just interpreting prompts, but understanding cause and effect, physics, and even intuition. That's what DeepMind is trying to build. An AI that sees and reasons like we do. And they're not alone. Building a world model is no small task. It means teaching machines to form their own internal version of reality, where cause and effect, unpredictability, and change all make sense. Without that, I've seen even the smartest language models make confident but totally wrong claims, what researchers call hallucinations. DeepMind's working hard to close that gap, and if they succeed, AI won't just describe the world, it'll finally understand it. So, how serious is Google about this vision? According to Demis, the AGI mission is no longer a side quest for a few researchers tucked away in a London lab. it's front and center. Google has gone all in, with DeepMind becoming what Hasabi's describes as the engine room of the entire company. That's a big shift. Just a few years ago, even mentioning AGI within Google was somewhat taboo, something associated with the bold, maybe even out there ideas of the DeepMind team. But today, AGI is being openly discussed by senior leadership, presented at keynotes, and embedded across product pipelines. From infrastructure to search to productivity tools, AGI isn't just on the roadmap, it's becoming the map. And it's not just talk. Google now has what might be the most comprehensive AI pipeline in the world. They own the full stack: data, hardware, training frameworks, research, and distribution. They've got the compute infrastructure, the vast language and image corpora, and the capability to rapidly deploy cutting-edge models into everyday software. This gives them a serious advantage in pushing toward AGI. If one group is going to get there first, all signs point to Google. Yet I keep wondering, how long until all of this becomes real? When Demis Hassabis was asked for a timeline, he didn't give a concrete date, but what he did say was pretty revealing. All the timelines are short. Whether it's 2 years, 5 years, or even 10, they're all considered brief when we're talking about something as transformative as AGI. What really stuck with me was his belief that we've already passed the middle game. According to him, the end game, the final stretch toward artificial general intelligence, is already underway. One idea that really blew my mind was the concept of personal AI agents. I'm not just talking about digital assistants organizing my calendar, I'm talking about entire fleets of bots working under my direction. Bots that could design, build, write, code, even earn money. Hassabis painted a future where managing AI agents becomes as normal as managing email. And honestly, that changes everything I thought I knew about work. And if that becomes reality, the economic implications are staggering. Imagine millions of people equipped with their own AI task forces, each capable of handling complex projects, running businesses, or even participating in markets with minimal human oversight. The productivity boom could be enormous. Hassabis hinted that this could help usher in an era of what he calls radical abundance. With AI assisting breakthroughs in materials science, energy, and other foundational fields, resources could multiply and basic needs could be met with unprecedented efficiency. But that kind of abundance doesn't automatically solve everything. As Hassabis pointed out, the real challenge becomes political. How should these gains be distributed? How does society ensure that the benefits of AGI are shared fairly and not concentrated in the hands of a few tech giants or ultra-wealthy individuals? Still, if DeepMind's predictions are correct, the trajectory is set. These systems are coming, and they'll likely change everything from how humans work to how economies are structured. It's not just a question of whether AGI will happen, but how soon and what the world will look like when it does. Whether these AI agents become coworkers, assistants, or replacements remains to be seen. But one thing is certain: the era of AGI is no longer science fiction. It's a research project with a roadmap, funding, leadership, and deployment pipelines already in motion. The challenge now isn't imagining the future, it's preparing for it. Because according to the people building it, that future may arrive before society is ready. If this journey into the future of AGI sparks some thoughts, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the evolving world of AI. Drop a comment below. What would you do with a fleet of AI agents at your side? Would you build, earn, delegate, or just let them run wild? There's a lot to unpack, and every perspective adds something valuable to the conversation. See you in the next one.